Hey guys, what's up? It's Reabault here with another video. Anyone who was paying attention earlier today will have seen my Twitter feed kind of a little, you know, out there crazy. Not really. I said I was gonna make a video. I said I was going to make two videos. One of them was going to be like an hour-long commentary. I think I said 50 minutes or something, but it was probably going to be an hour long. Those aren't happening. In fact, shortly after making those tweets, I went back to Twitter to rant that the footage was corrupted. Yes. A problem that's happened multiple times in the past, where I've gone to make a video, I've opened up Premiere to start editing, and sure enough, all my footage, worthless. So I was pretty mad, and I was like, nope, not doing videos ever again, as I do. But then I pretty much almost immediately opened Premiere back up and just salvaged all the footage that wasn't corrupted, which instead of the original footage was an hour and 18 minutes, so I was probably gonna cut out a lot of the fat. Well, it was gonna end up being about an hour long. I've managed to salvage 16 minutes. That's all that was left. That's including some of the extras, like there's a minute at the start, which is just nothing, which is past now. So that's fine, you might have noticed it. So really it's like 15 minutes was all that was salvageable, which sucks. But, so I guess this isn't going to be the amazing sort of commentary video. I wanted to make an hour-long video just going through my work process and how I actually color things. Because obviously the line out in this illustration was already done. It was just a coloring video, an hour of coloring this entire piece, just showing you guys, really showing off Clip Studio Paint is why I was doing it. It was just a way to be like, look, Clip Studio Paint does things. It's actually really good, and I really like it. And I'm still figuring out. This is the first thing I've colored in here, but so far, I can certainly say it's pretty damn solid, and I really like it. I would really like to keep using Clip Studio Paint. There's only one thing that I've found so far that I didn't know how to maneuver, and that was how to change the image from RGB to CMYK. That's really unclear on how to do that, so I had to do that in Photoshop. That's not a big deal, that's really only for printing. I just happen to actually want to print this particular piece. That's all done now. It's all finished now. Let me get a drink. Perfect. Such excellent cinematography. So anyway, I guess I might as well talk about what's actually going on here. Currently, I'm obviously coloring the skin. It's a little illustration of Evaline. Technically, I guess it's Liline. But this was a traditional piece that I did a while back, and I intended to make digital alternative outfits, which I'm definitely still doing. I actually have 3 different sets of line arts already finished, even whilst I was recording this footage. There's 3 different sets of line art already finished. I just colored this one for this video, and I'll do the others sometime. In fact, I'll see if I can make videos for the others. I'm not really that bothered about it, but I'll definitely live stream them, I think. So look out for that in future. And I guess we just jumped right into the coloring. We threw down the base skin tones a while back, went into shading and highlights. I think it's currently shading right now. It's pretty good. Using the just the basic presets for the watercolor brushes in Clip Studio is really, really good. It feels pretty much like Paint Tool Sai, but it also kind of feels a little, I don't know if I'd say it feels better, but it feels like you could do more with it. And certainly there's so many brush options there, you know, just in the presets. It's like, wow, where do I start? It's a lot more than Sai ever had, just naturally without, you know, having to download anything. And I never did. I never downloaded a single brush preset or anything for Sai. I just used everything that was already there. So it's nice to see that there's a lot of options in Clip Studio. I'm really happy with that. It's a solid program so far. As I said, I'm still working out. This is the first thing I've ever colored with it. I've done a lot of line art with it, and I'll tell you what, I haven't found a good, a proper stabilizer in this like Sai has. Sai had an amazing stabilizer tool which allowed me to really effortlessly make fantastic line art. I haven't found it in this, but it still generally makes fantastic line art. I just have to actually physically stabilize my hand better, so I have to stop shaking around all over the place whilst I'm drawing, which I don't generally do, but sometimes my hands do start shaking if I've been drawing for a while, and it's like, wow, that's great, that's not going to stop at all for the rest of the day. Fantastic. So yeah, I guess other than that, because this isn't going to be the hour-long commentary of me going through all kinds of stuff, I really didn't write anything for this. I literally switched on the mic and started talking. As you can tell, I don't really have that much to say anymore. I'm still kind of annoyed. In fact, I'm really annoyed that I lost all that footage. It's totally lost because I just don't understand what happened. The footage was fine. I watched the footage after it was recorded. It was an hour and 18 minutes, and it was fine. There was nothing wrong with it. And then I cut the file and pasted it onto a memory stick, a USB, to transfer it over to my PC, because I was working on my laptop, to convert it. Then I figured out that I actually have a program already on my laptop, so I put it back on there and converted it, and it converted really quickly for an hour, which has always been a bad sign, so I don't know why I didn't pick up on it there. I guess I just wasn't paying attention. And then I started editing it, and sure enough, after 16 minutes, the footage just freezes, and the rest of it, the next hour was just frozen, totally frozen footage, and I think there was probably no audio. I already removed the audio by that point. And so I went back and looked at the original file, and sure enough, nothing would play after 16 minutes. So at some point, it wasn't during the conversion, it was already corrupted when I went to convert it. So it must have got corrupted. It must have got corrupted when I cut the file and pasted it onto the USB. Which is really weird to me. I don't think that's ever happened before. I've had corrupted files, but usually they're corrupted upon creation. I've never had a file get corrupted whilst I was transferring it between devices. It just seems really weird. As far as I was aware, that was impossible. It couldn't happen. But I guess I wasn't really all that aware, so I guess nothing I could really do. Because as I said, I cut it, I didn't copy it. Which was obviously a huge mistake on my part that I won't ever do in future. But I've got so many files that are useless and I don't use anymore that I need to just get rid of them, and I'll try to economize on space, so that was my logic behind that. Foolish mistake, and the video has been totally squandered. Salvage what I could. Here is what I salvaged. You'll be watching it now. Nothing's it kind of looks like, yeah, this was another of the segments that I would have cut out, so this actual footage would have actually only been about 12 minutes or something, because there was 2 points at the start and at what you're watching right now where I'd sort of stopped working and did something else, I don't know. went to eat or jacked off or something, I don't know. I wasn't there, I wasn't paying attention. But anyway, enough of me lamenting. I could lament all day. In fact, if you want to hear me lament all day, just follow me on Twitter at, I think it's PhoenixWright23. There's always links down below in the description, though. So I guess in other news, this might as well just be an update vlog. I mean, if you guys are still watching by now, I'm sorry that you're still watching. I'm sorry you have to endure this. But otherwise, at the moment, as everyone should know by this point, Hawkare is well finished and you can purchase it online right now. So, at the moment, I have been working on... I spent half the month doing Inktober. So I did 16 illustrations and then before I stopped. And I stopped because it was completely getting in the way of me actually working. And now I'm pretty much entirely just working on writing and designing concepts and things and characters and things for my next comic, which is not going to be Hawkeye related. It's actually, if you guys didn't know, it's going to be the continuation of my one-shot I did in 2013, Reabault. I guess the work-in-progress title will just be Underworld Kids, but it's basically the continuation or the full-length story of Lee Byrne and Plona Man. So I've been working on that. I've finished scripting the first chapter, so 22 pages are scripted, at least a draft of them. I think I'm gonna script the full first volume, which I expect will be 3 chapters. So it'll probably be a 70-page volume, which might not seem like a long thing, a long volume, but that's what I'm going for. I'd like to get books out a little bit faster in future. I don't really want to do a 200-page epic or whatever. And once I've finished drafting the full volume, I think I'll pass that around to a few of my peers and see what they think. And potentially rewrite it, change things. I think I'll probably just do that a couple times until I'm... the footage finally started moving again. Wow, there was so much I would have actually cut out. I think I would have cut out like 5 minutes or something. No, I think it was more like 3 minutes, but I don't know, you guys can count. But yeah, I wanna really get this particular project really right. I want it to be something that people can enjoy and not just something that's purely for my sake, which is what Hawkeye was. Which is why I really don't care what other people think of Hawkeye. Unfortunately, if anyone does want to, you know, criticize or review it or whatever, I'm happy with that. I don't want to stop you. I'm very happy you read it. But I also don't care about anything you have to say about it, unfortunately. It might be a little arrogant of me, but that's just the way it is. I never wrote Hawkeye or created Hawkeye with the intention of it being specifically for other readers. It was always for my sake that I was creating it. And I'm satisfied with it, and that's all that matters. My next project, Underworld Kids, or Underkids, or whatever it's going to be called, that's going to be a project that I'd like other people to enjoy. Reabault was really popular, and so I'd like this to follow with that and be popular with other people, while still being true to me. I don't want it to be something that I'm not satisfied with. So that's basically my reasons for wanting to sort of pass that around and let my peers and friends have a look at it before I actually go ahead and do anything solid with it, because I would like a lot of feedback, and just to make sure I've got something actually worth producing before I stop producing it. And I don't want to really waste my time. But so far, it's pretty exciting. It's actually very exciting to work on something new for once. I can't wait for it. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll actually start drawing the final pages until maybe even next year, because I'm going to be spending so much time doing prep work for it, just planning everything and getting everything prepared and ready for an actual to actually start working on it. I want to do it right. I'm not just going to jump into it. I'm not going to dive into the deep end and find that I didn't bring my floaties, you know? Anyway, it looks like we've got about a minute left of this video, of this footage. Actually, we've got less than a minute left. I'm pretty sure it's gonna cut out at about the 16-minute mark, and then I'll just leave an extra 30 seconds or something. So, unfortunately, I couldn't get a good long video to talk to you about my art process. I'll try and do that in future. But if anything, I hope you I'm now maybe a little bit more up to date, and you got to see a little bit, I guess. I mean, I'll upload these illustrations in a while, and until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later. Peace.
Unboxing video. I think this is probably going to be my last unboxing video for a while, but you know, as I said, I think in the previous unboxing video, I don't really want to make this a regular thing, but it might be a semi-regular thing.